Let's try this again. If this does not work, then we're going to have to do option B. Which option B I really don't want to do. So come on, let's try to do this again. Let's hope we don't have no problems, because last time I made a problem, so let's try this again. If we have another problem, we'll do plan B. Plan B is using the cell phone or the tablet. Tablet's charging something, and I can't use the phone because the phone's on low charge, so here we go. So here we go. You can also use a camcorder. Yeah, I could use a camcorder too, but I don't want to. I have to.
It's too big for the road. And there's a mountain range to cross.
If you move down the road, you can throw your steering, you can tip you, you can chuck you anywhere possible.
In the wilds of northwestern Australia, veteran truckie Steve Graham is in the middle of an epic journey. Trying to deliver us.
Thanks, I'm gonna get my Gatorade I made yesterday. Yeah. I was gonna get my Gatorade. Sure, I need that water. I ordered water my cactus today. That's right. Just right. This here is just right. So the day for me to get it though, just right. And do we have any problems? No, we're not, which is good.
Potential supplies to a remote community.
There's only one way on down, that's it.
But the weather and the roads are conspiring against him.
This is seriously bad news. The rain's again tonight. Yeah. I'm prepared to sit here for a week. We'll give it 1 week from today.
And model turned truckie Deb gets some unwanted attention
Here he comes.
from the law.
They'll keep looking till they find something so they can find us.
It's a wet. Get down, I want to wheel it out. Yes, truck.
Where are you going? That's how accidents happen.
So you want the sound of that animal, we're going to do it.
Columbaroo.
Columbaroo, at the northern tip of Western Australia. One of the most remote places on Earth. The community here can't survive without supplies sent by barge from Darwin and by road from Perth, 3,000 kilometres away. Veteran Perth truckie Steve Graham has been trying for more than a week to get his road train into Columbaroo.
On one hand, I'm bogged, but on the other hand, I'm getting out this side because the side where the aluminium steps are in the sun, I can't put my feet on because they're that bloody hot.
Aluminium.
Epic struggle against the roads and the rain.
It's starting to get a bit serious now.
He's stuck just 70 kilometres from his destination. But on these tracks, travelling 100 metres can take more than a day.
I'll split this road train up. I'll pull the lead out and I'll come back and get them.
100 meters is 330 feet.
There's a huge amount of interest in this road train getting up there.
He's carrying critical building supplies and food to fill the shelves of an empty local store.
Every day, I've had people that have got an interest in this road making phone calls to me asking as to how the food from the store's going. We've just got to keep everyone going over the wet season.
A whole community is relying on Steve to make it. He's managed to get the prime mover through.
Well, the water that's laying there doesn't worry me. It's the slippery stuff getting up to the water.
But there are still 2 trailers stuck and only a single chain to try and pull them out.
Yep, can you set someone that can take someone's head off?
Steve's already snapped a chain doing this. If he doesn't get this right, he'll break the only chain he has left. While Steve is finally moving again, his old engine is struggling.
Ugh. Grindy, grindy.
And the road ahead isn't getting any better.
Now you see me? There's 3 computers. So you go on the there now. You want a piece or not? Okay. That's one thing to do. I'll leave a small piece.
Up the road is the homestead of the feeder cattle station, and 20 kilometers beyond that is this.
Damn. Up to your knees. Mud.
A notorious black soil bog hole, twice as long and 10 times as difficult as the one he's just beaten.
Truck can't even get through it. It's a 4x4.
A struggle for a 4-wheel drive. A nightmare for a 50-metre, 100-ton road train.
That bog hole's been my nemesis since before this trip started. Video sent me of that bog hole when I was in Fremantle loading these containers.
As truckloads go, they don't come much bigger than this. An 8.5-metre wide, 100-ton mining dump truck, destined for Queensland's booming coalfields. The problem is, someone has to get it there. From Brisbane to Ralston in central Queensland, crossing the mountains of the Great Dividing Range.
Radio for it, mate. ASAP. 1084.
The man with the mission is Mark King.
On my trailer, I'll have a major shattered part. 105 tonnes. wheels, they're about 6 tonne each. We'll put a couple of those on this flat top trailer. And the cabin and the handrails with another 4 tonne in those, they'll go on another truck. So it'll be myself, with the chassis, and 2 accessory trucks. That's just to get the chassis to site. And then there'll be another truck later on that'll actually have the dump truck parts.
The load can only travel through the city at night, putting pressure on an already tight deadline.
That's why we have to leave Brisbane at midnight, because we've got to sort of be out of town off the road before people get out there.
The hauling truck is an 80-wheel flatbed, and mechanics have discovered a problem with one of the sets of brakes.
That's pretty good. Allen key bolt in there. It'll be chopped out, yeah. 80 tyres on the ground here and a set of brakes for each of them. You have one that blows out, you can take out a couple more with it.
Deadline or no deadline, it'll need fixing before they can leave the depot.
180 tonne going down the road, and we're dealing with general public. You get someone just hooked straight in front of you or something, you want to know that you've got enough braking power there to pull the whole load up. We're going to have a look how bad that's pretty inside the house. I'll be happy when the brakes are all going, then I know when I'm sitting up in front of it, I've got that pedal on the ground, it's going to work.
The pressure on Mark to get away is increasing all the time, and a locked tool cage is the last thing he needs.
Where's JJ? My job as a driver is to make sure when I leave the yard, the gear's right. Every time I walk in this shed to get a bolt or a clamp or a screw, am I supposed to come in and say to you, JJ, I'm just going to make sure this is the right size every time. So yeah, with 10 hours a day, I'm going to get 2 hours of work done.
To make matters worse, heavy rain is forecast for Brisbane and en route.
Yeah, that's the worrying part, because if main roads say deep and too wet, they'll shut the permits down, and then that's it. We don't play anymore.
In the central Australian desert, on the road to Alice Springs, ex-model Det Drew is into the 4th day of a 7,000-kilometre trek from Melbourne to Darwin and back.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day. Fantastic day. We're on cruise control, just enjoy the ride.
After raising through
Yeah, it's a beautiful day. Fantastic day. We're on cruise control, just enjoy the ride.
After raising 3 children, Deb has decided to get some adventure back in her life. Seeing the country from the truck cabin with her partner Damo.
He's beside himself with excitement. He's just been feeling it well. Getting paid to see the country. That's wonderful. Has not been particularly approving of my choice of current vocation. The shame of it. I have been to a most best private school in New Zealand. Her friends' mothers are more likely to be out playing tennis and going out to lunch than driving a kid home.
When your dog hears the call of the wild, have the right fuel to answer. Blue Wilderness Chicken, 30% 50% more protein than Purina Pro Plan chicken is formulated to give your dog the energy they need to take on the wild with you. Blue Wilderness, stay wild. Your cat is a natural-born carnivore. Feed those wild instincts with more of the delicious, real meat cats crave in high-protein, grain-free recipes that help them thrive. Blue Wilderness, stay wild.
Check-in time is 3.
It's 2:55.
I know.
Is this what he's doing now?
As your host, I have some rules. First, no showers longer than 5 minutes. This isn't a spa. No game, no fun.
Yes. Meanwhile, at a Verbo, get the vacation you expect, and never a hovering host.
Back at lunch today, Johnny? Yep. Been saving where I can. Even switched to this detergent. Seems like a pretty good deal. Well, if you want the real deal, you should get Tide. Really? Yep. Stuff over there, it's so watered down, it doesn't clean as well. Tide cleans the stuff that others miss. So, clothes look cleaner, not dingy, and they smell great too. Trust me, it's worth it. Can I help you?
You already did. I'll take Tide.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide.
Dad, this guy says that we act like Gillette Labs is some miracle, but it's just another razor?
Gillette Labs ain't a miracle, but it sure as heck ain't my old razor. It's Gillette's best shave. And with up to 30 shaves per cartridge, I'm spending less. Its ultra-sharp blades last 50% longer and give you a fresh blade feeling time after time after time after time. Gillette, the best a man can get.
Keeps getting better.
Close to midnight at the depot in Brisbane. Yellow driver Mark King is waiting to set off on a 700-kilometre trip.
I'll get me permit and me gate release.
Taking a massive coal-carrying truck to a remote mine.
All the boys and motors ready to go. Just doing final checks, make sure lights are on, banners are on. Thank you very much.
Mark not only has to negotiate the roads, he also has a load of bureaucracy to deal with.
This is all the permit paperwork, all the different things we've got to go through. There's police permit, Energex's clearance for the wires, Ergon Energy clearance for the wires, Optus leave, Queensland Rail, main roads permit for all my waste. So if you know any traffic changes, who I've got a ring on the way, and the roads I have to take, and then dimensions 7.5 metres wide, 5.2 metres high, and 35 metres long. Just follow it.
To help him, he'll get a police escort and pilot cars.
We face leaving town stressful. You're stressing to come up. Blood pressures are up.
I've got green on his left. Watch his left if you want to.
And we head up the highway. I've then got 2 or 3 fire vehicles with me, a couple of police cars. It's my job to make sure they're doing their job and they're in the positions that they have to be in for road safety. If there is traffic behind us, the buck stops with me. It's not up to them to just call, shot, and get the traffic around, tell someone on the radio, yeah, go around if you want, mate, we're only going slow. You have to be 100% confident and you have to just say to yourself, right, that's it, I'm in charge. I'll take advice from other people, but the buck stops with me because if it goes pear-shaped, I'm the one they can't see.
The midnight start means there'll be fewer cars to worry about until morning. But the dark and numerous road sign obstacles seriously challenge Mark and his team.
Later on the left. Later on your left, slow down, Mark, slow down. Nice and straight through there, mate. No. Try to straighten up a little bit there, mate, if you can. Hold that line, brother.
When I'm driving on the road, I might not even have mirrors on my door because all I can see is the load. And you can't judge the distance between the back of the load and the pole that we're going to sort of sneak past or something like that. So yeah, keep your eyes down the back.
Yeah, he relies on what we say, and he's just got to try and pick his mind. Right, bend it. The other thing is with these self-steering trailers, they track differently to a traditional trailer. So as you turn the wheel and the prime mover bends on the turntable, it hydraulically operates the wheels and they turn. So that helps you get around corners. Otherwise, you'd never steer something like that without that kind of 10 axles.
The convoy has hardly travelled any distance when it hits trouble.
Copy that, right there, westbound, 11. There you go, lane closed up ahead of you, mate. Okay.
There's an enormous road laying machine taking up 2 lanes.
We're going to have to move, mate. Yeah, well, they got half the road taken into a pavement, so.
The convoy should have been warned about the blockage before they left the depot.
He's not going to get out the front and see what's going on, I think.
This road ain't big enough for the both of them.
Mate, you know we're coming through, do you? What else we got here behind you, mate?
The convoy grinds to a halt. The team need to work out whether there's enough room for the wide load to squeeze past the roadworks.
Yeah, ain't enough guide coming through there, brother.
When we get a permit given to us, itemised on the permit for main roads is where the roadwork sections are. So you'll read it, you go, beautiful, no roadworks down the road, and you drive out, bang, there's roadworks. They just neglect to put on paperwork. So then we've got to try and deal with them, and they're trying to say to us, well, you shouldn't be here, and we're saying, well, we've got permit, we're coming through.
In northwestern Australia, Steve Graham is resting up before he tries to get his road train through this notorious bog hole. He's at a nearby cattle station, 70 kilometres short of his destination, waiting for the mud to dry and praying there's no more rain.
I'm in the hands of the weather. I've been here before. I've been stuck on the road and I've waited. I'm stuck on the road and I'm waiting. I've got plenty of tucking. I've got to wait a week. I've got to wait a week.
If Steve can't get through this way, he'll have to risk turning back and take his load the long way to port, where it can be shipped to Columbaroo.
The retreat plan will be to Wyndham, offload on the wharf and barge it in at a later date. There is a barge leaving Wyndham next Tuesday or Wednesday, but it's already half loaded. The barge can take 40 tonne at a time. I've got 60 on here. It would mean 2 trips. It would mean the increased cost of me trucking this gear back to Wyndham and get it on the barge.
The pressure's on to persevere and go the way he planned.
Thanks, guys.
What's a big movie?
But it all depends on the condition of the bog hole.
Have a look at this horrible.
I need to start doing animation in a few weeks.
Where's the shears bit? If it doesn't rain, and it's not going to rain for the next few hours, I'll give this a go late this afternoon.
While he waits for the bog to dry off, Steve turns his attention to another concern. His 18-year-old engine has been leaking oil the entire journey and may not be up to dragging 3 heavy trailers through a swamp.
Like praying to God every morning at Kenworth prayer. Well, this poor old motor has got here. It's done a mighty job to get here. I was starting to run a fair bit of coolant out of the heads and things. It's not good.
After 2 weeks of blood, sweat, and mud on the road, tea and scones at the homestead sounds like a good idea.
The scones go through the lip.
I thought you had a hard time.
Thank you very much.
If everything had gone to plan, Steve could have been home by now.
My daughter was talking to me on the phone. She said, Dad, I feel today is a great day to have a baby. I said, well, I do. I said, as a matter of fact, I'm going, Dad. I think I'm having a contraction. Did you have the baby at home? She didn't even get to the hospital.
That sucks.
I'd like to be. I don't like to look in the sky. Back there down the road.
The weather catches Steve out again. It looks like his tea break was a big mistake.
Yep, it's pouring rain again.
I came out here a little bit earlier. A couple of hours ago, it was hot. This was dried out considerably. There was just a little bit of water on the right-hand side. I went back to the station and had a cup of tea and scones, and I should have stayed here and done the grading because my window is now, it's only early in the morning. I can get a window in the morning of a couple of hours. I'll have to grade that then let it dry out for the next day to attempt to get across there. So what my cup of tea and scones cost me is a day.
That's deep mud. Wait, let's see here.
On the desert highway en route to Alice Springs, Devin
Oh, so not this week, but next week. Next week. Next week. That's not bad.
Pleasure with the business of driving and make an unscheduled stop at a place they both always wanted to see. But Deb has spotted a problem with one of the trailers. It's the sort of thing that could bring them to the attention of the law.
Even if they've just worked themselves close, you're still going for it. They just kind of work themselves loose sometimes, and we actually get fined for that. If it's for every buckle that's undone, it's worth about $125 in fines. Even if they work themselves undone, and that's just happened, too bad. Here's your ticket. So, on our way.
But while Deb's been tightening the straps, a passing transport patrol has spotted her.
I'm fine. I'm not broken down or anything. I just stopped to do stuff. Yeah. No, I'm good. See you. Put your bloody clipboards away.
Cops.
They just stopped and bloody thought that there was something up. Here it comes. Oh, they're traffic inspectors. They've stopped. Because I'm stopped. Hello. Yes. Yeah, no, we're good. Yeah, no, I just pulled over to, oh, what a good idea. He's going to do some things while we're here. Yeah, good. Fabulous. They'll do license check and check the truck, registration, that sort of thing. So we're all good with legal, so it's not a problem. A little bit of, I don't know, anxiety, I suppose, attached to it. Just they're probably pretty good up here in the territory, but in other states, you know, if the state budget is, you know, needs a bit of a boost, they'll send them out. They're fines, some, you know, a few $1 million for them, and truckers are a really good target for that. So, and that's what happens, you know, they'll find something. They'll keep looking till they find some damn thing.
The inspection is not only costing her time, it could cost her money. If they discover a defect, a hefty fine.
Hi, you taking the radios on the truck on Friday?
He's checked my license already.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to put the details down on the running seat. Thank you.
Check my license, and they're checking the registration. So the registration is up to date on the truck and trailer. Whenever you get pulled up, you sort of, I don't know, I mean, it's all, you know, it's always, we do everything legally and all that sort of thing, but it's always sort of like, oh shit, you know, what sort of magic problem can they possibly discover, you know? But these guys seem to be all right with what's going on, so fine, not a problem. Bye, bye-bye, lovely, see you.
After some tense moments, Deb and her truck finally get the all clear, but the stop has cost them time. Another delay, and their plans of a sightseeing side trip will have to be scuttled. There are blue skies above the bog hole that's trapped Steve Graham and his road train, but the story on the ground is not so encouraging.
Our Father, Wishart, in heaven, Harold be thy name. I think Harold Wishart has won this round. I'm not saying he's won it yet, he's close to it.
It's 100 metres of thick black mud, more than a metre deep in places, and there's still more rain around.
The only real rain in Australia is right here where we are. I was, 100% positive that I'll get this load in the last 70-odd kilometres to the destination. I'm only 70 kilometres short of it. If the road's washing out, there's a great gully forming in the road, well then it's beyond me. Then I need local government to get, to rebuild roads. It's the decision-making process is way beyond me. Then I can just simply put the alternatives to people who want this load in there, who want food in there, who want building materials in there, and it's up to them at that point to call the shots. I've had lengthy discussions with everyone involved. I'm prepared to sit here for a week. We'll give it 1 week from today. No rain tomorrow. Monday, no rain. I'll have a go. I've still got a feeling that we may get a window of opportunity with sometime within the next week. Over.
The situation is so dire, graders have been sent from the community Steve's supposed to be supplying.
But he's got trouble getting traction there himself.
Food and building materials are long overdue.
You need your stuff off that road train down there.
Contractors are relying on him.
We're ready to start doing some work that we need. Fencing, which is on the truck.
Well, we're not working, we're not getting paid. We've got to put something up to get paid.
Patience is starting to run out. They offload some of the freight in the hope they can get it the rest of the way on the back of four-wheel drives. It's a plan until Steve gets more bad news on the weather front.
Just been told I've had 5 inches of rain at Colombo.
Ooh.
There's a river between here and Colombo. Rain has made crossing it impossible. Now, everyone's stuck.
Don't rush. Colombo just had 5 inches of rain.
Oh.
You're here tonight, mate. Nice food, lovely food. Welcome to my world, gentlemen.
a world of sadness and gloom where you go up to the little kid and just say, right, I'm going to do this today, and Wayne buggies you up.
You know what? I wanted to be a couple of years ago. Gee, I'm bloody happy I changed my mind.
Sound like trouble. Shit happens. This is where we're at.
In the small hours of the morning, Mark King's oversized load has hit a roadblock. No one told him about a new road surface being laid on the highway. A machine is taking up the 2 lanes he needs. Now there's a standoff between the road crew and the truckers.
Yeah, 8 metres wide at the hub.
They want to get their gear through to keep the work happening. While we're sitting there, they can't get past it.
I say, once you get up there, you can't go off anywhere anyway, eh?
Of course, the roadworks out there, this width and weight is not ideal, but that's what we've got to do to get out of here.
You have to start the speed on. We just have to start at the speed. Off the road and off.
Got to either let us through or pack their gear up and go on tonight. I'll dig my heels in and stand your ground on the road. Like Haywork says I'm coming through, that's what I'm doing.
The stalemate ends.
I'll just step him out, mate. Right, mate, we'll give it a go.
After some rushed and rough measuring, Mark decides there's just enough room for him to get by.
They're going to get the wheels right over to the left-hand side.
We don't knock them out. The boys just going to move them up against the guardrails.
Yeah, pretty stressful for the boys in the truck. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, that's fine.
As you can see coming through there, it's there's not a lot of real estate left. It's 2:45 now. It's about 6 o'clock. 7 o'clock, we're going to be on the other side of Toowoomba.
The delay has cost them precious time.
I'm behind time now. It took a little bit longer than expected to come out of town.
If the white load is not out of the urban area by sunup, they risk breaking their curfew, and the police could order them to stop.
Yeah, we shouldn't really be going this way. This is sort of out of the way we need to be going, but part of the permit restrictions. The road works out on the Ipswich motorway. We have to come out this way.
And their progress is about to be slowed again by a series of low bridges.
We'll actually pull the load up, lower the trailer to the lowest possible height we can do, and just travel underneath it like 1 kilometre an hour if that. With someone standing up on the top with a 2-way radio talking to me, driving me under that bridge. Some of those bridges we get down to less than 10 millimetres. There's no room for error.
Yeah, clear, buddy.
Truck's running good. Trailer's flying nicely behind me and the steering's okay. So now we'll be here for a good night now. We're sort of getting out of town.
Mark's optimism is soon cut short. Still within the city limits, one of the tyres on his 80-wheel trailer goes flat. Not what you want with 100 tons sitting on top.
We've got a flat tyre up here now, so we're just trying to get up the road here a bit. We've got to up to Gilmore where there's a reasonable sort of a parking bay, so we can get the trucks off the road to change this tyre.
While you're on the road, you're doing maintenance. If there's a tyre that's gone, you change the tyre. You can't afford to just park up and wait a day for a mechanic to turn up, because while you're parked there, there's pilot vehicles staying with you and there's police pilots with you. You pay them per hour. Could cost you $3,000 in outgoings for the escort vehicles that sit with you.
By early morning, they've reached the base of the Toowoomba Range. To get to the top is a punishing 6-kilometre climb up a 1/6 gradient. It's so steep, Mark will need a second truck to help pull him up.
When we get to the bottom of the range, we've got a block truck on. Double that capacity of traction. Same truck as this, a big counterweight split block on the back of it. We'll both get going together. Full steam ahead.
Double the power and double the traction to overcome the treacherous combination of a big truck carrying a mega truck up a winding mountain road.
Huh?
Steve Graham's road train has been stranded at a remote cattle station now for 5 days. Rain has been filling up a bog hole that Steve needs to get through. With work on the hole and the sun drying it out, Steve's ready to risk running his road train at it.
In a few minutes, another couple of little tidy-ups, I'll be able to get my prime mover at least to that big clump of dirt there. At least to that point there. It's amazing how optimistic it makes you, but it doesn't rain on it for the day.
As you may see, coming back over the ridges up here, more cloud coming in. Now, if it rains again tonight, that's the end of the story.
There's only one way I'm going, that's ahead at this point in time.
I need to put a boot in my ass there.
If Steve doesn't beat the bog hole, he's stranded.
Those toes.
Here, there's no way he can turn his road train around.
We've been waiting here at Theta for a week. We've had the last 4 days without rain. It doesn't always go out. We're going to rain for a couple of hours or so. We have this one small window. But we can get across these 2 bog holes here and to the Carson River today. Once I turn north, I'm committed. I've got to get into Columbia Road. And if it rains behind me, my only way out of Columbia Road is barge the thing.
Steve's decision is crucial. Left to take on the bog hole, right to try a much longer way.
So we're going to give it a go. The minute I turn this corner here, I'm committed. And I really like to turn right, but I'm going to turn left. The clouds have drawn away a little bit. I'd like to think that I've got 3 or 4 hours to play with these controls.
Ugh. That's what we do? Yeah, I think that's how I do that. Can't we actually do it? I'm not gonna tell him. That's what I was doing. I might do that. I'm almost done with this episode anyway, so we're halfway done with this episode, so yeah. Or make some money.
Steve's stuck halfway, but he's not defeated.
I'm feeling good. I got to where we sit. The chain should reach to there. We got to where we wanted to get. Was that tire near enough? I should be able to pull it through. From here, I've got to keep going. There's rain coming.
From here, all hope rests with the chains.
Hold it there, fellas. One toot is go, just stop, and two stop. Now it might look like nothing's happening. Just keep them going until you hear that double horn. Then shut them down. Please.
I'm weak. I like being old.
I've had doubters all along the way, but I haven't got them now.
He didn't know what he was doing. He maintained focus and he knew what he was
Steve's been on the road for 2 weeks. Now he's within hiking distance of his destination.
That's the confidence boost, mate. Stop lumbering tonight. The other side of the castle.
The river is the final obstacle of his epic 3,000-kilometre journey. It's flooded, but passable. If Steve can cross it, he's home. But first, he has to make it to the riverbank.
I've got here this one. Flash. We need a grain over the stiff bar back here, fellas, quick.
At Meijer, you can pick up gifts on the go. So when the weather's frightful and the car is warm and delightful, with pickup, they'll never know. And
let's go, let's go, let's go.
Make the holidays a good deal easier with Meijer pickup and delivery.
What you doing, Zach? My T-Mobile home internet is so good. I wish I could tell the whole world. Zach, go right ahead.
T-Mobile's got home internet.
Don't care. I don't have that Frontier. It's better. How much juice I got with my phone anyways? Okay, I got enough juice to do that reality app for a little bit. That's about it. After this, I'm going to do the reality app for a little bit, and that's it. don't mind doing that either.
You love.
I hate Jello. You guys are crazy. Almost done anyways, that's good.
On a highway in central Australia, Deb and Damo have made it to Alice Springs. They have to pick up a cargo of red sand, but if it doesn't get loaded straight away, their plans to go sightseeing may have to be scrapped.
In places like this, you can't actually go in and make a fuss and get people to hurry up. They do things in their own sweet time. We're waiting for a forky to come out from somewhere. It must be Smoko or something. I really wish that they'd hurry up.
Waiting to get loaded is one of a trucker's biggest frustrations.
This is kind of part of the job, just sitting and waiting. We've been waiting for this to be loaded for over 3 hours now.
When they finally get rolling again, they've lost 4 hours. But Deb's determined. She's not coming all this way without adding something to her photo album.
Just going to some of the trailers here. We're only taking the prime mover out of the rock.
Ayers Rock is a 600-kilometre round trip. It'll take them the best part of a day to get there and back to the trailers. Deadlines and deliveries can wait. No one's going to stop Deb making this destination.
And we're on our way now, finally.
On Queensland's Toowoomba Range, wide load driver Mark King is preparing to haul a 100-ton mining dump truck up a notorious mountain pass. The load is so heavy and the mountain pass so steep.
Nick! Right, Scotty, would ya?
It'll need 2 trucks to haul it.
Now, when we launch from here, I'll push out, because it's dangerous.
A lot can go wrong. If it does, it's Mark's job on the line.
I'm 175 ton, mate.
It's critical everyone in the escort does their job properly.
And listen, not have the stereo on. Close to that. This is me. This is how I am. If you don't like it, that's all.
The pull of the 2 trucks combined is a massive 1,250 horsepower, dragging 180 tons. Once they start, Mark doesn't want to stop. Other road users are going to have to get out of his way.
We'll get in those trucks and get going, mate, or I'm just going to wheel out.
Yeah, I'm doing as fast as I can. Typical line driver.
Oh, yeah, whatever. But yeah, the stress builds up.
I'll kick someone's ass tomorrow.
You can't just assume that it's hanging off the back and I'm okay because the steering wheel's in your hands. If it moves going up the road, you can throw your steering, it can tip you, it can chuck you anywhere it wants to. It'll push you down the road.
Mark's trickiest task is coordinating the gear changes between him and the other truck.
As we go up the hill, I sort of felt my truck pulling back a little bit. So we're sort of then trying to time the gear changes. Right, Scotty, grab my mate, hook in. So you've got to time it so that you're both not changing gears at the same time. Because one truck's got to be able to hold the whole lot while the next guy will drop a gear. He'll then take up the load. So you've got plenty of grunt there if you do need. If one truck brakes traction, the other truck's got enough up its sleeve to sort of help out. hang on to it till the other truck's right again.
It's a grueling climb,
Right at the moment, we're sitting on about 9 kilometres an hour.
and it doesn't take much to make it dangerous.
There's that little bit of road work up there, is what I heard on the radio. You don't know what sort of conditions left the road. Dirt, sand, anything that could lose that friction between your tyres and the road. You're driving up the road, you don't know about it until you're actually here.
The engine is burning fuel at an alarming rate.
At the moment, I'm getting 120 metres to the litre on diesel. Fuel's a big thing, you've got to plan ahead. You've got to know how far you're going to get and know the road. You don't want to run out of fuel coming up here.
While his truck is pulling well, Mark's concern now is the state of the road.
On a hot day, the road will actually bleed. All it is just the heat of the asphalt, the oil's coming out of the asphalt. And as all the trucks and whatever's got on the concrete, it's actually just massage the road so that it ends up slippery. Once the road gets soft and you've got too much driveway, your wheel spin, you don't actually slide the tyres on the top of the asphalt, you'll dig holes in them. In turn, you then drive logging yourself on the road.
It's Mark's job to get this mammoth load safely to the top. He's one of the youngest drivers to take on this huge responsibility.
I'm telling one of these module trailers, apparently in the industry it's looked upon that you must be an old bloke to drive one. The average driver in the transport industry is around 50, 55. I'm 32. They're up a bit while you go up the hill.
If something goes wrong, there's a lot at stake.
90% of the loads that I cart are mining equipment, up around the 100 tonne payload. These machines that you cart now, these Caterpillar dump trucks, are basically the backbone of the mines. They're everywhere, every site's got them. $7 to $8 million will buy you that machine. The trailer that it sits on, comes behind me, over $1 million. The truck that's towing that trailer, $450,000 just for the truck. So you're driving up the highway, dealing with everyone else. We're just going straight in the middle of it, aren't we? You've got $9-10 million worth of gear just floating on the highway.
Mark has finally conquered the mountain range, but it's been slow going.
Right, it's sign of relief when you get to the top.
It's taken nearly 10 hours for the convoy to travel 150 kilometres. That's 15 kilometres an hour. Slow progress, and there's still 500 kilometres to go.
Wow.
Deb and Damo are starting to realise just how far off the highway the world-famous tourist attraction of Ayers Rock really is.
You think they want to pop closer to Alice Springs?
But when it comes into view, the drive has been worth every minute.
Wow, that is amazing. Look at that. And I can't believe I'm really here.
Wow. It's a rock.
The rock was worth the trouble.
Yeah. It's done. Right. Thanks.
It's another place to cross off her must-see list. Another reason this ex-model and mum dusted off her trucking licence and took to the road.
Getting paid to see the country is wonderful. Isn't it stunning? Wow, finally here. What a journey to get here. Having to drive from my bottom of Australia to the top of Australia, and then back down again. This sort of thing certainly makes the job worthwhile. Yes, cheers, cheers. Cheers, cheers. Good trip.
Steve Graham's road train has come to a sudden and violent halt.
Need a grind over the stiff bar back here, fellas, quick.
One will do. Thanks, mate, for starting. See how we go.
Something's wrong with the end trailers. They're dragging like dead weights. They're dug in.
Oh.
The graders are Steve's only chance.
Ooh, the road ate him.
This is seriously bad news.
The road has caved in, completely burying the trailer's axles and wheels. Steve was almost in sight of Columbaroo. Now he's in more trouble than ever. Next time on Outback Truckers.
I think it's a good office seat up here.
Dougal Brett has to get his cattle to market before the rain wrecks the roads.
We will put our balls on the line and get them out.
A melting highway has heavy haulage driver Mark King sweating.
I've got on the road where the asphalt's starting to bleed through. We're fighting this road at the minute.
And